Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack, live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Hope everything's going good with y'all, man. We're chilling on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm poolside right now, but I'm under the shade. It's a little too hot out there. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about something that people have been wanting me to talk about, but I haven't got to it. So let's get to it now. Always, man. First things first, man. You already know how this works. Unfiltered Nation and the Unfiltered fam, man. I mean, that goes without saying. Salute to the moderators, the mod squad. Salute to the subscribers. Salute to the members of this channel, man. Y'all make this thing go. All right. And if you're new around here, we would like to, extend an invitation for you to sub the channel, become a member, do the appropriate things to get on here, dog. Okay. And run the likes up, man. All you got to do is double tap the screen, bro. Takes a second to do. As soon as you come in, first thing y'all should be doing is double tapping the screen, man. Everybody. Okay. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell, so you know you're notified. What's popping? Last but not least, as always, man, make sure you're taking care of your boy. Tip your bartender. Yeah, man, we finally got to LA weather. It's finally LA weather time. I'm chilling. I'm poolside, but it's too hot. It's too hot for me to be sitting out there in that heat. So I'm underneath the nice little umbrella. I got the red cup. You already know what that means. And I wanted to talk about the NFL and what's going on with this NFL ticket situation. A lot of us use the NFL ticket. A lot of us have stopped using the NFL ticket for the same reasons. And if you didn't know, there's a big time antitrust lawsuit that has been going for maybe almost 19 years, that the NFL just keeps finding a way to get themselves out of. It's just very interesting how the NFL can just get out of stuff, man. They find a way to get out of things. But yesterday, Roger Goodell did something that hardly ever happens, and that's him having to be in federal court and actually speak on this particular antitrust lawsuit that's gaining a lot of legs that the NFL tried to squash down so many times. And he actually was here in LA, and he actually had to put a statement out and field questions from this case. And he's saying the NFL ticket is a viable product. Now, if you didn't understand what's going on, man, let's get these likes up to 50%. Let's always keep the likes at 50%. If you didn't know what's actually going on, the NFL has been accused for years of making us pay for games that are out of our market. All right, so let me just make it very easy for you to understand. Wherever you live, you are able to see the games of the teams that are in your area. You could just turn on free television, okay? Even though we know nowadays, for you to get a decent television signal at your house, you're gonna have to have basic cable, unless you got a big old antenna in front of your house. But some of them stations are strong enough. So when you're in your market, you don't have to pay to watch a football game at all. You can see your team that's local, or if your team is locally to you, you can see those games, okay? Barring that those games are sellouts. That's another little thing, but we're not getting into that right now. When your team is out of market, when they're somewhere else, and you want to see every game, the NFL's charging you to see your team in a different market, okay? What how did they make that happen? Because before they did a deal with DirecTV in 1994, there was no way that you were going to be able to see your team in another market. You just didn't get a chance to see. Those of us that remember, we didn't get to see those games unless we went to a sports bar or something like that, and they had, you know, I guess CCTV or however they did it, but you couldn't get it in your home. With DirecTV, DirecTV was the place where you can see out of market games, and that's where the NFL ticket, quote unquote, came from. So the NFL ticket, you pay a premium price for that. You can see all of your games, okay? And that was fine for a while until back in 2015, where the NFL started saying that there was certain games you still couldn't see with the NFL ticket. Now, when that happened, I stopped using the NFL ticket. I was paying big money at that time. I was paying about $300 a month, which is a car payment, to have NFL ticket, all right, to watch the Raiders when I moved here to Los Angeles, okay? There were times when I went on the NFL ticket and I couldn't see the game because they said it was blocked out in my area, because at that time I'm in LA. There wasn't a team in LA for 20 something years, and anytime the Chargers were playing, I had to watch the Chargers, okay? Didn't matter that I paid $300 a month, all right? They didn't care. They said it was out of market, nothing I could do, all right? So I said, you know what? I'm cutting the cord. I'm not paying you guys anymore, okay? I'm not doing it. So at that time, that's when I started figuring out how to watch the games online. That's why I started figuring out where I can go so I can get the games on my computer and I can watch all the games. And I did that from that time all the way up until last season, man. Well, I could just, hey man, I'm not missing anything. I'll just cast it to my phone cast it to my smart TV, watch the games on that. Last season, the NFL ticket went to YouTube TV. YouTube TV offered us a very good deal. My wife said, do you want an NFL ticket? I said, if you paid for it, I'll take it, because I'm not paying for it. She said, cool, because the deal was a nice deal. It wasn't super expensive, and I could write it off on my taxes because I have a platform for me to talk football, so I could just write it off. So I had it last year. Now, by me having it last year, it was cool to have, but I have all my other ways of watching it too. So sometimes it was like, okay, it's just easy for me just to put the game on, because now the Raiders are in Vegas and there's not that much of a competition now, okay? So that doesn't negate all the stuff that they did during that time. All those people from 2015 all the way up to last year, they were getting gouged. They were getting overcharged. They were getting told that you can't watch this game in this market. They were getting told this and that, okay? So the first lawsuit that was filed out of a bar out in San Francisco in 2015, that it went to court and they threw it out of court. The NFL always finds a way to get things thrown out of court, okay? So they got that thrown out of court, all right? Then the next thing was them, another circuit court picked it up, and it's been gaining steam over these last few years. And now, just recently, there's no way the NFL can't get it dismissed now. Now they have to face it. So it took all these years to get to the point now where the NFL is going to have to answer to, why are DirecTV, or not even DirecTV, it's not even that anymore, the Sunday Ticket, because the Sunday Ticket is owned by the NFL, okay? It's not owned by DirecTV or owned by YouTube TV or Apple TV. That by the league. So the league just made broadcast it. Whoever they can go to the highest bidder, we got this thing, have access to the games. What do you want to do? Okay, do you want to pay us more than they do? You can use the NFL ticket to get the subscribers to come to your platform, network, blah, blah, blah. All right. So with that being said, man, Roger Goodell had to go and answer questions. This is the second time this year Roger Goodell had to go and answer about a lawsuit. Because if you remember the John Gruden situation, okay, it was the same thing. Had to go and answer. All right. So this is unprecedented because Roger Goodell doesn't go, and this isn't what he does. When he goes to court and he has to make a statement, that means that it is at that point where Roger Goodell got to show up. It ain't gonna be no more just the lawyers and all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so so he came out and told all of us, YouTube, not YouTube, but DirecTV, former DirecTV people and former or whatever, for the NFL ticket, that it's worth. I'm giving you a deal. It's a deal that what you're getting. You should be paying premium. Okay, so you're paying all this money for you to see your team away. Okay, unless your team is across the country. Okay, so the bottom line is, how's that going to affect us? Well, the way it's going to affect us is that eventually, if the NFL can find a way to charge us to watch all the games, allegedly, they may figure out how to make us play for all those games. We may have to figure that out. Okay, so the NFL has an anti-trust exemption that they can make deals with the broadcasters directly to represent all the teams. That's been in place since 1961. Okay, but the NFL always finds ways to get around trying to get us paid. Get us the content we need, and making us pay a premium price. Now, there's an antitrust lawsuit that I'm qualified for, because during the time of when the lawsuit is starting and ending, I was a paying customer. Okay, so I'm in the lawsuit unless I want to opt out, and they're talking about this could be a $21 billion settlement. This could be a $21 billion settlement, dog. And I'm telling you right now, dog, I want my money. I want my money, man. I done spent a lot of money on DirecTV. DirecTV Sunday Ticket, which is the NFL. Okay. And last year, I qualified. Okay. Because last season it went up to February 7th, 2023, and I used it. They got to pay me. All right. So we're going to find out. But NFL, man, there's a lot of things that they get away with, bro. Like, they are the most powerful league in the world. They're the most powerful sports league in the world. Several things that the NFL cannot do, but they do anyway. The first thing is, I didn't know this until today because I did my research. Did you know that the NFL is not allowed to air Friday games between the second week of September to the second week of November? Remember those Friday games we were getting? Remember the Friday game that we got, or we're going to get this year, or was it last year? I think it was last year when the Raiders and the Chiefs were on Black Friday. I didn't know that they weren't allowed to do that. That's been in act since 1961. But on September the 8th, there's going to be a Friday night game in Brazil between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Did you hear what I just said? How do you not be able to do something and do it anyway? I just told you they're not allowed to do anything. Actually, it's not even the second week, it's the first week. First week of September to the second week of November, because Friday nights are allocated for Friday and Saturdays. You won't get any Saturday games either. Are allocated towards college football, because there are football games on Friday, college football and high school football. All right, that's 60 years that they've been doing that. But they're gonna find a way to air the game down there in Brazil on a Friday. How are they gonna do that? Because Brazil don't have no type of agreement. Brazil, they can go down there and do it in Brazil. So we're going to get Friday football, even though they're not supposed to have Friday football in the country, but they're going to still put it on where they're going to put it. They're going to put it on where, Netflix or Amazon or whatever. Trying to tell you guys, man, NFL is sneaky, bro. They find a way to get things done. We already know about John Gruden's deal with situation where now he has to sit in front of Goodell and be the judge, jury, and executioner on his case. That's not going to bode well for him. He might as well just settle out of court and get him some money. And there's been a lot of little settlements that you guys didn't even know about. Like the NFL is always settling cases. They settled a case with the Rams when the Rams was trying to move back to Los Angeles. They tried to block that. They settled that out of court. They just settled another case just recently about the Commanders have to pay $1.5 million to the people in Virginia because they were blocking their views and all of that. So there's just a lot of stuff, man, that you guys need to understand that's going to affect your viewership unless you have a local team that you like, that's close. But if you're in another market, you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan and you live in Dallas, all those games are out of market. So how are you going to watch your games, bro? You're either going to have to go to a Steeler bar or you're going to have to pay the NFL ticket to watch the games, bro. And they've been overcharging for years. So Goodell said it's a worthy product. Whatever we charge for it is whatever you need to pay. And we all know that these prices is crazy. How come I can watch the games for free, but then I got to pay you a car payment to watch the other games? So it's just the kind of thing you have to understand as a fan. As a fan, man, it costs to be a fan. Being a fan isn't free anymore, bro. I mean, even you guys that don't go to the games and spend money going to the stadium, if you are really trying to watch every game, you're just not like, okay, I'll just watch the home games or whatever. It's costing you, bro. And it's costing a lot of money. And right now, the NFL's not looking like they're in a good situation at this point. But, hey, man, it is what it is. For me, hey, man, whatever money is owed is coming to me. I'll probably get the NFL ticket again because it's a tax write-off for me. But, man, and when it wasn't a tax write-off, that wasn't a good amount of money to be paying, bro. It just wasn't. So I just want to see what you guys thought about that, because you guys did ask me what I thought about it, man. It's like you got to pay to play nowadays, bro. You don't get to get everything for free no more. Luxury entertainment's a luxury. Okay, it's a luxury. Okay, you pay for Netflix, you pay for Hulu, you pay for cable on your TV. You got to do all these things you have to do. But at the end of the day, dog, it's just a matter of fact of you understanding that for you to be entertained, it's going to cost you some money. I know people that find ways to, they watch every movie for free, they do this for free, they do that for free, but when the big time game comes on, there ain't no way for you to watch it because the feed is bad or whatever, or you're still paying for internet. You're still paying for internet, like, unless you're stealing Wi-Fi. I mean, shoot, if you're just a bum, then you're not paying for anything. Okay, if bums don't pay for nothing. You'll find a way, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You'll take your smartphone into somebody's house to use their Wi-Fi, bruh, if you that much of a brokey. But just to let you guys know, man, the NFL is on the clock once again. They're always doing something, but the country gave them an exemption. The country gave them an exemption in 1961, so they'd have an antitrust as far as their negotiation on the broadcast. Okay, just to let you guys know, NFL is not playing, bro. As far as non-exemptions and total antitrust laws, only Major League Baseball has like a total. They are the only sport that has a total antitrust exemption since 1922. But the NFL has one as far as the broadcasting revenue and sticking it to us. So, man, you guys got a decision to make, man. Either you gonna try to find a way, I ain't gonna put it on here, but I went a decade without paying for NFL and saw everything. Okay, but I will say this: with the Sunday ticket, I was able to watch every game on every team for the entire season, bro. I just set my thing to NFL games. I wanted to watch what was going on between If I wanted to watch Denver and Kansas City and the Raiders was on, I just watched it later on, like, because I had all of them recorded. Every game for the entire season, every team, I had all the games. So any game, somebody say, hey, Shaq, hey, guess what happened in the Atlanta and Vikings game? I'll just be like, I'm going to go check it out. Or the Atlanta Vikings game, and they had it where you can speed it up, where you can just cut the middle, goes play, and then it cuts out the in-between of the plays and the timeouts. You could just skim through it. You could watch a whole game in 30 minutes, bro. Like, you can legitimately watch a whole game in 30 minutes. I'm just like, I'm going to go watch that game. Oh, I heard such and such scored 3 touchdowns. I'm going to go watch that game. So I'm probably going to get it again, bro. But for a lot of you guys out there, you might need to make a decision and figure out what you really want to do. All right, man, let me read you guys' questions, man. See what's going on with y'all, man. Like I said, I'm chilling poolside, kicking it. Ruben Nava said, where the shooby doobies? They out here, bro. But there's a lot of kids. Summer, man. Kids out. We've got a lot of kids in the pool, man. A lot of kids out here, man. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at least 12 kids in the pool, man. So you won't be seeing none of that. Daniel Berry Sports, what's going on, big dog? Henry Newsom, what's up, man? Goodell is price gouging. He is. He definitely is, man. But that's what happens when you have a fan base that's like us, man. Like, I found a way to make it worth my while. It's like, I don't have to do it, but the convenience of me doing it was good, bro. Like, if you're watching TV, ain't nothing on, I could just go to the library and be like, what do I want to watch, bro? Like, what game? So I'm watching football every day. I'm watching football every day, two games a day. I know everything that's popping, bro. So to me, it's like, man, I don't want to know if I want to give up that kind of convenience just to be, I don't want to pay, because I'm going to write it off anyway, But a lot of you guys, man, you might have to come to a decision, man, to figure out what you want to do. What's going on? Carlos was happening. Los, man, good afternoon, man. Good afternoon. Unfiltered Nation, Unfiltered Fam. Grifton Williams, hear about the new lawsuit with the NFL. Yeah, man, the NFL is always in a lawsuit. It's just a lot of them get settled before they even get any steam, bro. The NFL got big paper. They just pay people off. Like the one that they just, I didn't even know that the Rams sued them. But they paid $790 million to settle that with the Rams. I didn't even hear about that. Like, NFL's like, man, just pay him, dog. Just pay him $790 million. Yeah, we tried to block, we tried to cock block, we tried to stop y'all from moving, we tried to do this and that. They're like, hey man, we're suing you. Like, man, just give them $790 million, man, and tell them to go about their business. Gave them their money. Okay. So we'll find out what's popping with that. Just saw what's going on. Beautiful day out here in Los Angeles. Yeah, dog, it's beautiful, man. It ain't no clouds, bro. Ain't no clouds, man. Like I said, man, you can look behind me, you can see. Not a cloud in the sky, bro. Not a cloud in the sky, man. Out here chilling. Okay. And just to let you guys know, the team and the person to first sue the NFL and win was in 1982, and that would be Al Davis and the Oakland Raiders. We won that lawsuit, antitrust. We went against sued them for antitrust exemption. That they were trying to block us to move to LA, and we won that. First time NFL ever took an L. Okay. So usually they just settle out of court, but they didn't want to settle with us, and they lost that. We won that one, which is why everybody gets to move around. Okay. Without us, your team is probably still in Indianapolis. I mean, still in Baltimore, or still in St. Louis, or you're still in a market you don't want to be in. Okay. Thanks to us, you don't have to be there. Okay, even the Houston Oilers got the chance to move to Tennessee because of us. Too many teams owe us a bag. All them people owe us a bag, bro. What's going on, DC? I'm chilling. DG. I'm chilling, bro. Enjoying myself. Out here, it's beautiful out here, man. Red cupping it. Sitting in the shade. Okay, very nice out here. Very nice out here, bro. Okay. Carlos says, I live stream ours. Yeah, man, there's a lot of ways, man. I had to learn, bro. Like, I had to figure that out, man. Talk to some of the homies. Some of the homies was telling me, hey, man, try this site, try that site. And then, next thing you know, back in them times, Los, You be getting those damn viruses in your shit, you know. There be viruses on your computer and all of that, man. You know, I had to figure out, man, damn, how am I gonna watch this? So I could still do it. You know, I could still get on my sites. If I'm never gonna miss a game. If something ain't working, if something ain't right, I'm gonna get there, bro. I know where to go. I got all my stuff. I got like 7 or 8 different ways to get on to watch a game. Okay, it just was being able to cut on my TV and click what game I wanted, and it come on. I'm like, dude, it's like the difference between having a remote control and you having to get up and manually turn the channels on the TV. It's like, man, once you get that remote in your hand, it's like, man, I don't want to go back to the other way. So that's probably what's going to wind up happening for me. I'm probably going to wind up keeping it, you know. But I remember when it was like $300 a month, bro. It was treacherous back in them days, bro. I think this year was like 250 or something like that. It was less than 300. It was a special, and it was put on your monthly, added to your monthly cable bill. So, but wifey took care of that. I was like, she's like, you want it? I was like, yeah. She's like, she got. I was like, okay, cool. Hope she does it again this year. I definitely will take it. Maurice Ross, man, what's good, Mr. Shaq? Salute to Unfilled Nation fam. Every year, if it's dish or it's extreme streaming, you're gonna pay whatever you save or whatnot. Yeah, man, it just depends on how much of a fan you are, man. It's like, you know, since the pandemic, like during the pandemic, dog, you had no choice, bro. Like 2020, you really didn't have no choice because you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't go to the bars and go watch it. You know, there was no interaction with nobody. Plus, there was nobody in the stands. You know, that's when I was really using my computer. I really had stuff streamed to the TV. I didn't miss nothing. You know, but like I said, last year they hit us up and said that they had a special deal for us. If you join a Sunday ticket, it's going to be this. It was like a lot off. And I was like, she was like, do you want it? And I'm like, yeah, shoot, if you're going to take care of it. She's like, I ain't tripping. When she said she wasn't tripping, neither was I. Go ahead. And I got it. And it was convenient. And I liked it. Okay. There was a couple of times when the NFL ticket scared me a little bit. Because remember, I was doing the, you know, we streamed all the games. Every game that I didn't go to, we did it live on this channel, man, all the watch parties. So for me to do that, I have to be online. And there was a couple of times when the Sunday ticket was tripping, you know, and I was like, man, how am I going to do the show? And then I said, man, let's go ahead and just have it set up. Because I was streaming it on my computer from the television. From the app, because it's an app. You know, now you got the app in this morning. So I just had it up. I had my other sites ready to roll. I had those rolling in the background. I was like, yeah, just in case because it came on late. Like this season, man, usually they have the little talking in the beginning, you know, have a little do. They get a little music and they show the little football moves and all of that. They weren't doing that with the games. They were just going straight to the talk part. Like going straight to the, you know, pre-talk 2 minutes and then they kick off. Like, so if the game is going to start at 1:05 and I have you guys streamed and I'm talking to y'all, it's 1:03 and the stream ain't on. It's just blank. Like it's just saying the game. And I'm looking at, I'm like, man, the game kickoff's going to happen in like 2 minutes. Okay. I'm not even, I'm getting worried because is it coming on in time before the kickoff? Because y'all gonna watch it and I gotta be on here and I gotta talk to y'all. So I was like, man, let me put one of my other sites up, have it ready to roll, have it ready, it's rolling, I'm seeing all the other stuff. And then like maybe a minute before the kickoff, the game comes on, click, and it's the announcers. Oh, this is Trent Musburger, blah, 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 here at the da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, damn, y'all really wait until the last second. So it is what it is. What's up, sis? What's going on? Salute to the Unfiltered Nation and fams. God, hit the like button, subscribe, share with the channel with a membership. Let's go. Okay, follow me on X at Shaxter21. Follow me on IG at Shaxter21. Cash App is $Shaxter21. Put some money on your boy's books. Okay, let's go. All right. Derek Galloway. So, Shaq, are you saying the NFL is making it more expensive to watch games? Out of market games. Yeah, because if you're in market, you don't have to pay at all. It's the difference between free and paying a lot of money. That's a big scope. It's a big scope from free to a lot of money. Now, we all know you can't watch Monday Night Football unless you have cable. If you don't got ESPN, or if you ain't got a, Fire Stick or some other way, you got to have cable to watch Monday Night Football. That's the first thing, okay? Then you got to have Amazon Prime to watch the Amazon Prime games. Now you got Netflix is going to have games. What do all those three have in common? They're all streaming. You're paying for streaming services, all right? Now for me, hey, I already have ESPN. That's just basic cable, but I have everything, okay? Then Amazon Prime, wife got that. She's always ordering something from Amazon. You get free Amazon Prime when you got a membership. Amazon, pay $100. I got stuff coming to my house every day. Okay, boom. So you got that. All right. Now you got Netflix. Ben had that. Okay, Netflix. They're just gonna keep charging you, man. They're gonna keep charging you. How you think the NFL is the NFL? So the problem with the lawsuit is the amount of money that they were charging for it. And this goes back to DirecTV days when I said I was paying $300 a month for it. I was like, you know what, I ain't doing it no more. I'm like, man, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, I just do basic math. I'm like, damn, I'm paying a couple $1,000s a year to watch the games, and the game's telling me sometimes I can't watch it. It's telling me, oh, you can't watch this game due to NFL sanctions. I'm like, what? And I tried to call to get my money back. They were like, sorry, sir, we can't control that. That's the NFL. I'm like, man, you ain't got to worry about it. I ain't paying for it no more. All right. So that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. And they're saying that the NFL should settle. A lot of people is the NFL should settle, and they're saying it could be anywhere from $6 billion settlement to a $21 billion settlement, which ain't a lot of money for them. You're talking about 32 teams. Bev, what's up? Said, are they not going to regularly broadcast NFL games? Do you have to subscribe to the NFL streaming service to watch football games this season coming up? Not if they're in your market. If you're in your market, you can watch it on CBS, Fox, but there ain't gonna be no ABC. The only networks have it is NBC and Fox. Well, actually CBS. NBC don't even do the games no more. So it's CBS and Fox. So the NFL is trying to find a way to charge a premium for CBS and Fox networks to try to get in your pocket some more. So as of now, I mean, you're a Steeler fan, Bev, so every game, all your games are out of market. All 17 games are yours unless they're playing the 49ers up there, or they're playing, maybe you guys get Vegas sometimes, so if they're playing the Raiders, or if they're playing down here, they might play it. But if the local team is playing at the same time, see, that's the problem. When if you're on the West Coast like we are, and there's another West Coast team in your market playing at the same time, you're not getting it for free. Okay? It's not happening. All right? If the Chargers are here and the Chargers are playing and they're kicking off at 125 and the Raiders are kicking off at 125, you're not getting that game. Even if it's kicked off, even if they're kicking off 20 minutes before, they will not air it. They don't even want you to get yourself geared up to watch it. So guess what? You better get the Sunday tickets so you can watch it. So they're working on it. They're going to try to figure it out. Okay. Maurice Ross Facts, got to get some water turned off the NFL Network. Yeah, I saw the Cleveland Browns versus the Oakland Raiders on a 2008 game. Yeah, dog. It was gangster back in them days, bruh. You talking about 2018. And when we were in Oakland, it was bad. Because even when I was home, if the games wasn't back when they weren't selling out, we weren't getting a game. They wouldn't even air it locally. You wouldn't even air it locally. You better go to Ricky's Sports Bar, or up there in San Leandro, or you better go hit one of the bars up, or go to the partner who has the hookup, who has the dish. I mean, who has a satellite hookup or somebody who has a hookup, because you're not watching nothing back then. Okay, you're going to be seeing the highlights. You're going to be watching the game you're watching that you can watch, and then at halftime you're going to be seeing the highlights. That's how you're going to, that's how you're going to see it. So crazy, you guys, man. But the NFL, man, you guys got to understand, you're stuck. You're stuck, bro. You don't get to be a super fan and not pay. You got to break bread. It's that simple. Break bread, bro. Better figure out how to write it off like I did. I definitely put it on my taxes. Sunday ticket connected to the business. That's what and guess what? They had to give it to me because this is legitimate. I'm on here talking sports. I gotta get my money back for that. I go to the games, I get my money back for that. It's that simple. So yeah, so I just want to come in. I just want to chop it up about that, man, and talk about it because people wanted me to bring it up, and just to let you guys know that your boy Roger Goodell was in court, and he had to answer to it, and he says it's a premium product, and there's nothing wrong with them charging whatever they want to charge for it. Whatever they charge for it is whatever it is, or don't use it. Go online, man. Hook up the computer. Okay, make it pop what it pop. But if you want to watch these other games, you're not getting it, bro. Okay, I think we play. If I ain't mistaken, I think we play the Chiefs on Friday, Black Friday. If I'm not mistaken, I think we do. I think it's Black Friday, and I think it's going to be on Amazon Prime, bro. But there's not supposed to be any Friday games until Thanksgiving. Friday and Saturday games. That's why you think we get Saturday games at the end of the year, like November, December, because it's been in the bylaw since 1961 that Fridays and Saturdays are reserved for high school and college football broadcasts. But like I said before, they're going down to Brazil and they're going to do it week 1. Okay, how are they going to do that? How are they going to do that? Oh, yeah, Justin saw Black Friday in Kansas City. Guess, like I said, and it's going to be on Amazon Prime. All right? I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. You guys better start figuring it out. All right? Better start figuring it out. I'm good. As long as wifey is buying stuff from Amazon, I'm straight. I'm not going to worry about the Amazon games. I'm getting them all anyway. All right? But Derek Galloway said monopoly. Legally, they have an exemption. Okay, this goes back, man. The monopoly stuff goes back to the 1890s, bro. The Monopoly Act is called the Sherman Act. Sherman Act was instated in 1890. It was designed to break up corporations so they can have a monopoly, so you can have fair trade here in the States. Okay, because back then, if I controlled all the oil, or I controlled all the electricity services, I controlled all the water, and I controlled all these things, and you couldn't compete, then you have to pay whatever it is I say. All right. So there was a guy named John Sherman who was a senator. I forgot where he was from, but he went ahead and he wrote up the Sherman Act, and the Sherman Act has been in existence since 1890. Okay, it's 130 something years old thing, and it's affected a lot of stuff even in our lifetime. All right, the first major thing that happened was Standard Oil. I know you may not heard of Standard Oil, but you've heard of a guy by the name of Rockefeller, not Rockefeller Records, but John D. Rockefeller. Okay, John D. Rockefeller was responsible for that because he had all that oil. They had a monopoly on all the oil, which was all the fuel, okay, which was the heating oils to heat up the house, everything, coal, all of that. So he was the richest man in the world. He was Jeff Bezos before that. So the government was saying, hey man, we can't have one guy controlling all the power because we have to buy stuff too. Like the government had to negotiate with him too. You know, it's like, hey man, we need this for this and that. And like, hey man, hey, I'm charging. This is the price. And they're like, man, we can't have one guy with all that power. So they broke up his company. They broke up Standard Oil. They broke that up. That was the first thing. Then in baseball, they tried to break up the Major League Baseball because they were saying there was other leagues that they were trying to compete with Major League Baseball back in the 20s. There were other leagues. There was another, you know, it's kind of like USFL and all these other things. But there was another baseball league that was trying to compete with the Major League Baseball. And they filed an antitrust lawsuit. And they had an antitrust lawsuit. And guess what? The Senate voted that Major League Baseball wasn't interstate commerce, and they gave them an exemption, saying that they can have one because it doesn't apply. But that's the only league that has one. They still have that. That's over 100 years old. The Major League Baseball can have a monopoly in this country. But we have USFL, XFL, all these other leagues, and you know, these other basketball leagues, the Big Three and all of that, because I can compete against you. Now that doesn't mean I ain't going to be, you know, dirty macking you and stopping you from doing it. But the key is Major League Baseball has monopoly on baseball legally in this country. That's why you don't see no competing leagues. What competing leagues do you see that's competing for professional baseball in the United States? You don't see any because they have a legal monopoly, right? Then in 1982, for those of us that remember, AT&T, they got broken up because they had a monopoly on the phones. They had a monopoly on the phones. They had Southern Bell. But my parents are from the South, so they had Southern Bell down there. They had Pac Bell up in the Bay. They had AT&T, and it was all one company. It was all one company. They broke that up. It's like, hey man, you got to break these companies up, man. All right. Soon as that happened, you had all these other. Remember MTI and all these other services that you didn't have to use their local service. You could use these other carriers. Like I remember we had MTI, man. MTI was garbage. Okay. So you didn't have to use the local phone company no more. Okay. You don't have to have your pay your light bill and your gas through, you know, here it's called Edison down here, but back home it's PG&E. You don't even have to use them. You can go with whoever you want to go with. All right. And then the last one they tried to do, Microsoft, in 2011, and they settled out of court. They didn't have to break up Microsoft, but Microsoft had to change how they do stuff because they had a monopoly on all the operating systems for the you know, OS operations. So they've been doing this, bruh. But the NFL has a monopoly on the negotiations between how they broadcast their games. That's an exemption. How do you think they're blocking all these other places, all these other games from these other leagues? You can't even really watch them because the NFL can control that. They have a legal monopoly on that since '61. They get to, before it was every team had to negotiate their own deal. So if you're Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Browns would have to negotiate with the local Cleveland station here or the closest New York station or this and that to air the games. They would have to do that. Every team would have to go and negotiate their deals. 61, the NFL can represent all 32 teams and just say, we're doing a deal with Fox. We're doing a deal with CBS. We're doing a deal with YouTube TV. We're doing a deal with Netflix. We're doing a deal with Amazon. We're doing a deal with Netflix. And now it's streaming. It's even worse. Okay. Bev talking to Justin Saw. Should have been at the Death Star. What can you do? Hey man, I'm not worried about that, dog. You know, long as we win, I'm good. Okay. I had a choice. I could have went to go see the Chiefs or go see against the Steelers. I picked the Steelers, man. Steelers is more my enemy than the Chiefs are. Okay, but maybe I'll go. Bev said you got to serve both fan bases. Not without a premium price. Not without a premium price. And if you're not a fan of the local team, it doesn't benefit you at all. That's only if you're a fan of the local team. If you're a fan of the local team, okay, all right, you might get them. But if you're out of market, see, the key is anti-market, all right? 49er fans, they get to watch all the games, okay? Because they're in their market. The Niners are in their market. They're watching the team in their market. So what? The local stations are going to play the away games too. Niners at Chicago, you're going to watch that, okay? You're going to watch them when they're at Levi because you're in that market. But if your team is not in your market, like if I'm in Vegas, like when I'm at my godmother's house or I'm in town, I get to see every game. I'm in the market. If I'm in the state of Nevada, I get to see it. I don't got to pay. All right? Because it's local. I'm going to watch the local game. Okay? But when it comes to the Lakers here, even though I'm in the Laker market, Bev, even though I'm in the Laker market and I'm a Laker fan and I want to watch the Lakers, I can't watch the away games of the Lakers. No, I can watch the away games. I can't watch the local games unless I have Fox local blah 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 LA sports package. Now I have other ways, I mean, but I can't watch away games a lot of times, bro. I can't watch them because they want me to pay, but I'm never paying. I watch all the Laker games, bro. I see them all right on my TV. Cut them right on, click, because I have something to take care of that. I'm good. Fox Sports LA. You gotta have that. You got that, you can see every Laker game you want to see. Okay, so that's just what it is, man. As a fan, if you don't live around your team, then you got to deal with the consequences, homie. What's going on, King Ed? What's up, man? We chilling, man. Thanks for the history lesson. Hey, man, I'm just trying to help you guys out, man, so you guys know what's up. I just know these things, but I appreciate you, big dog. Oh, you're talking about, I was referring to how games have to be held at each team's location respectively. Yeah. Typically it's, it's going to be split in half. But how do you split 17 games? I mean, before it was 16 and you had 8 and 8. You can have, 8 home and, 8 away. But now you have 9 and 7. Like, so one of you guys aren't going to get many games. It all depends. You might have one more away game than you'll have a home game. All right. But if you're not in your market, like I was saying, Bev, you're a Steeler fan. You live in the Bay Area, so every game is out of market. You gotta, unless it's a nationally televised Sunday night football. Now that's in NBC. Okay. So you have that. You have Monday Night Football. Then it's the premium games that you'll have. Other things popping off. So it's all a matter of that at that point. You pay a team twice in one season is always at the respective location. Yes, that's facts. Okay. Yeah. So is that it, y'all? All right, man. I just wanted to come in, man, speak on it. Just wanted to make sure you guys understood what was happening. Make sure you guys are checking out all the videos, and appreciate you guys watching the channel and all of that kind of stuff. But got to figure out what you're gonna do, man. We got we got like 3.5 months. Figured out with was it June, July, August, September? Oh, August. We only got like 2 months. They also came out with the announcement that their training camp is gonna be starting pretty soon, dog. So it's going down. Okay, it's going down. All right. Represent the Unfiltered brand. Shop and get the merch. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go, man. Get back up in there. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay out here. Some more things came out here. I'm gonna go ahead and chill out here for a while. But I'll holler at y'all, man, a little later or tomorrow. And figure out what you want to do. You guys follow me on X and IG at Shaxter21. Click on Cash App, $Shaxter21. Let's go. Match Check Unfiltered.